Hello everyone, a very welcome to Vyas Edification Kota. So today in the series of NCERT discussion, we are going to take a new chapter, and this is from class 12, that is Reproduction in Organism, which is the very first chapter of that class. Now, this chapter basically contains 18 questions, and we are going to talk about each and every question here in detail one by one. And on the screen we have very first question of that is, why is reproduction essential for organisms? This question is asking, why is reproduction essential? First of all, reproduction is very essential for living organisms, and if we talk about what is reproduction, then it is a biological process through which different living organisms reproduce to make their offsprings of their own kind or of their similar kind. If reproduction does not exist, then species can end. All the organisms can end in that particular area. If we talk about the reproduction, it is essential to maintain the continuity of species. So if we want to write the answer of this question, then it will goes like this, that first of all it is essential. Yes, it is essential process. It is essential process for living organisms. Of course, for living organisms only, because no non-living organism is exhibiting this kind of property or reproduction. Alright. Now, if we talk about reproduction, then reproduction is a biological process. It is a biological process through which the different organisms produce their offsprings. Different organisms produce their offsprings, but you have to mention one thing here: they produce their offspring by this kind of biological process known as reproduction, but of their similar kind or same kind, of their own kind or similar kind. This is very important. When any living organism is reproducing or making their offsprings, they make their offsprings of their own kind, of their similar type. Alright. Now, reproduction plays an important role. Reproduction is essential because it maintains the continuity. It maintains the continuity of species. If reproduction is not present, if reproduction is not present, then the organisms of species may not live for long, and the species may end, and the species may extinct, we can say. Alright, if the species may extinct or end. So this is why reproduction process is actually essential. First of all, it is essential. Reproduction is a biological process through which different living organisms reproduce their own kind of offsprings. It maintains the continuity of species, and if there is no reproduction, then eventually the organisms in a particular species will die, and the resultant species will get extinct. So this is a complete solution of question number 1.